Fantastic Light. 9-1 against Giants Causeway, 8 mainly on the rails though. Border Arrow 16-1, one firm is still going 20-1 against Border Arrow, 33-1 Gold Academy, and 150-1 against the Rag. But Saki 7-4, trying to become the 9th Derby runner-up to come on and win the Eclipse.
Giants Causeway and Gold Academy to go. Gold Academy, thralling tactical racing prospect. Test of decision-making for these jockeys. Fantastic Light nearest to us. They jump out then for the Coral Eclipse with 1.25 miles to cover. We're expecting Sun Charm to make it, but it's missed the kick in the white cap and isn't there at all in the early stations. And Saki is forced to make his own running from Giants Causeway, and they haven't gone off too quick. Gold Academy on the far rail, followed by Shiva. Fantastic Light out wide. Border Arrow, Kalanisi, and this pacemaker Sun Charm, so far a complete waste of time, though he's now making great strides on the outside, having completely missed the kick. They cover the first 1/4 mile, and Sun Charm at long last takes over the advantage from Saki in second. Giants Causeway is third. Fantastic Light in the first colours of Godolphin, the Godolphin blue on the outside of Shiva, who's not really settling. Gold Academy back on the fence, Kalanisi, and Border Arrow is observing from last place. They near the end of the back straight then. They'll shortly be swinging right-handed. It's Dara O'Donoghue in the pacemaking role on Sun Charm. Good position for Giants Causeway, the all dark blue in second place. Saki on the inside in third in the striped cap, followed by Fantastic Light and Shiva. It's 5 parked on the bench. Then follows Kalanisi, Gold Academy, and finally Border Arrow. They're about to swing right-handed then with about 1/2 mile left to cover. And up front is Sun Charm that leads them in. Giants Causeway poised to pounce in second place. Saki's back on the fence. Then Fantastic Light, Shiva without much racing room. Kalanisi, the green jacket, is picking up Gold Academy and Border Arrow. Saki goes on the inside of Giants Causeway. Then Fantastic Light, he can't get out on Shiva at the moment. Kalanisi and Border Arrow staying on. They're inside the final 2, and now push comes to shove. Saki, he likes a battle on the rail. Giants Causeway, the mare Shiva's coming at them, and Giants Causeway gets past Saki, but can he hold off? Kalanisi on the outside. Shiva between the pair is Giants Causeway. Kalanisi swooping down the outside for the Aga Khan, but Giants Causeway fights back on the far side for George Duffield. They race head to head. Giants Causeway and 53-year-old George Duffield has landed the Coral Eclipse for the second time. Kalanisi just lost out. Then came Shiva and Saki. Fantastic Light, followed back by Gold Academy, Border Arrow, and Sun Charm was last, where we expected him to be. A super game performance here by Giants Causeway, who look to be headed by Kalanisi on the near side in the cream colours of the Aga Khan, which have been carrying all before them this season. But this was one race where they've lost out, because Giants Causeway, for Mrs. John Magnier and Michael Tabor, trained by Aidan O'Brien and ridden by the weighing room's veteran George Duffield. And George has done it again for the Magnier O'Brien team. He won the Racing Post Trophy on Aristotle last autumn, and he's come up trumps again on this horse, Giants Causeway. He's done nothing wrong all season. Game winner of the St James's Palace at Royal Ascot last time. Now the 8-1 winner of the Coral Eclipse on his first try at 1.25 miles. This will be a really popular success.
The finest moment of George Duffield's illustrious career. At 53, he wins the Coral Eclipse on Giants Causeway, an 8-1 chance. His second win in the Eclipse. He won it on Environment Friend 9 years ago for George Duffield. Beats Kalanisi, who headed him at the last furlong, a 7-2 chance. Shiva was third at 4-1, and the Derby runner-up Saki was fourth, the 7-4 favourite. And Giants Causeway, the 10th Irish-trained winner of the Coral Eclipse. Kooyonga in 92, and in the 80s, Sadler's Wells and Salford. You go back to Ballymoss in 1958, and the first St James's Palace Stakes winner to come on and win the Eclipse since Rhodes Scholar in 1936.
Well, you may think this is all down to George Duffield's power in the finish, but he was also tactically supreme here. He had Giants Causeway in a position from which he could win the race all the way. Shiva and Richard Quinn had something of a nightmare route. They were never, ever going to be able to get a run when they actually wanted one. She was still close enough, if good enough, in the later stages of the races. But it's the Arga's Kalanisi responding to a strong drive from Pat from off the pace, who really is putting down the challenge up the outside. Shiva's got her tail out. She's not really enjoying it. The ground perhaps a beginner. And here Kalanisi simply comes to win the race. And you think that George Duffield, it's going to be an unavailing effort. But it's power in the finish, and he can really drive these horses back up. That's why Sir Mark Prescott's used him all these years, and that's why Ballydoyle has swooped for him.